You ever wonder why some people turn a tiny shop into a business empire while others just stay stuck? Well, the Philippines is full of stories like that. From small market stalls to billion-dollar brands, Filipino entrepreneurs know how to hustle. They don't just survive, they flip the game. One day they're selling ice cream, the next, boom! They've built a global fast food chain. Yeah, looking at you, Jollibee. A business is an organized effort by people or an entity to produce and sell goods or services to meet societal needs, with the primary goal of making a profit. Businesses can take various forms, such as a sole proprietorship, partnership or corporation, and are established to generate revenue, build value and provide for their owners. Key characteristics of a business profit motive. The core objective is to make a profit by selling products or services. Organized effort. Individuals work together toward common goals in a structured way. Goods and services. Businesses provide items or services that customers want or need. Economic activity. It involves producing, buying and selling goods and services. Types of businesses. There are several common legal structures for businesses, each with different levels of liability and management. Sole proprietorship. Owned and run by one person who is directly responsible for all liabilities. Partnership. Owned by two or more people who share in the profits and liabilities of the business. Limited liability company, LLC. A hybrid structure that provides limited liability to the owners. Corporation, a legal entity separate from its owners, offering the greatest degree of liability protection. How businesses operate operations. These are the day-to-day activities businesses perform, like marketing, accounting and manufacturing, to generate revenue and profit. Strategy. Businesses develop plans to meet customer needs, generate revenue and adapt to market changes. Customers. Businesses aim to provide value to customers by offering products or services that satisfy their needs. In summary, a business is a commercial enterprise that sells goods or services to make a profit. It requires organized efforts from individuals, strategic planning, and a clear understanding of the market to successfully meet consumer needs. A business journey refers to the entire lifespan of a business, from its initial idea and planning through its growth, expansion and eventual maturity or decline, often categorized into stages of business development. Key aspects of this journey include developing a viable business plan, securing funding, building a strong team, executing strategies, and adapting to market changes. Success in this journey often requires resilience, innovation, a focus on market demand, and a willingness to learn from setbacks. Phases of a business journey. Businesses typically progress through several phases, each with unique challenges and goals. Idea, seed stage. The initial idea for a product or service and a gap in the market are identified. Startup phase. The business is founded and works to validate its idea, create a business plan, and secure initial funding. Growth phase. The business achieves traction, expands its offerings and focuses on scaling operations and acquiring customers. Established phase. The business has a solid presence, but the focus shifts towards stability and efficient operations. Expansion maturity. The company may enter new markets or grow larger, or it may reach a stable, mature point. Renewal or decline. The business either innovates to stay relevant or begins to decline if it fails to adapt. The top 10 business titans in the Philippines in 2025, according to their presence on the Forbes 2025 Billionaires list and other business award lists, include property mogul Manuel Villar at the top, followed by Enrique Razon, Ramon Ang and the C siblings, heirs to the SM Group, who are ranked among the wealthiest. Other key figures include Lucio Tan, Andrew Tan, Tony Tan Caktiong of Jollibee, and the other Psy siblings who lead major conglomerates. Top 10 business titans, based on Forbes 2025 and other sources. Manuel Villar, property mogul ranked highest among Filipino tycoons on the Forbes 2025 list. Enrique Razon, a prominent business magnate with a significant fortune. Ramon Ang, president and vice chairman of San Miguel Corporation. The Psy siblings, Henry Jr., Hans, Herbert, Harley, Teresita, Elizabeth, heirs to the SM Group, founded by Henry Psy Sr., they continue to lead their family's wealth and business interests. Lucio Tan, a prominent business leader and tycoon with a diverse portfolio of businesses. Andrew Tan, another major business leader featured on the Forbes list. Tony Tan Caktiong, the visionary behind the iconic Jollibee fast food chain. Lance Gokongwei, president and CEO of JG Summit Holdings Inc. Manuel Vive Pangilinan, chairman and president of Metro Pacific Investments Corporation. Christopher Poe, chairman of Century Pacific Food. The most successful entrepreneurs in the Philippines. Rising from humble beginnings, these are now some of the most famous entrepreneurs in the Philippines. Henry Sy, the entrepreneur who built SM. Starting a business is one thing. Turning it into a Philippine empire? That's a whole different game. Henry Sy wasn't just a businessman. He was a Filipino entrepreneur with a vision. Born in China, Sy moved to the Philippines with nothing. His family ran a small convenience store, but war wiped everything out. Many would have given up, but not Sy. He started fresh, selling shoes in Manila. A small step, but it led to something massive. Shoe Mart, SM. At first, it was just a store, then it became a chain, then malls. Today, SM Investments controls Philippine business in retail, banking and real estate. Henry Sy is often recognized as the most successful entrepreneur in the Philippines because of the sheer scale of SM. With 80+ malls in the Philippines and 20+ overseas, it's a giant. Henry Sy wasn't just successful, he redefined the entrepreneurial landscape of the country. From food empires to retail giants, successful Filipino entrepreneurs have reshaped industries across the country. As one of the richest men in Asia, Henry Sy became a tycoon, not by chance, but through relentless entrepreneurship. Henry Sy remains the most iconic example of a successful businessman in the Philippines. He is an inspiring example of how one person can rise from poverty to billions. Tony Tan Caktiong, the entrepreneur behind Jollibee. A good entrepreneur knows when to pivot. That's exactly what Tony Tan Caktiong did. His first business, an ice cream shop. But sales were bad. So instead of sticking to the plan, he added fried chicken and burgers. That's when everything changed. Jollibee wasn't just another Philippine fast food business, it was different. Filipino-style spaghetti, crispy chicken joy, and the famous Jolly hot dog made it a household name. And while others copied McDonald's, Tony went all in on Filipino flavors. Now Jollibee has 500+ outlets worldwide. It didn't stop at burgers. His company acquired Burger King Philippines and Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. Tony Tan Caktiong proved that a smart entrepreneur isn't just about starting a business. Tony Tan Caktiong is a famous, successful Filipino entrepreneur who created a global brand with Filipino flavors. It's about adapting, growing, and taking over the market. Tony wasn't just a food businessman, he became one of the most popular owners in the local food scene. Becoming an entrepreneur in Philippines often means starting with limited resources but unlimited determination. His journey reflects the mindset of a real technopreneur, using local insights to dominate the market. John Gokongwei Jr. From a bicycle vendor to a conglomerate leader. Imagine having everything, then losing it overnight. That's exactly what happened to John Gokongwei Jr. Born into a wealthy family in Cebu, he had a comfortable life until his father passed away. Just like that, the family fortune disappeared. At only 15, he had to step up. No rich relatives, no safety net, just a bicycle and a need to survive. He started selling peanuts and soap on the streets. Then he moved to trading, buying goods in bulk and reselling them. But here's what made him different. He didn't just trade, he built a business. He saw bigger opportunities and shifted into manufacturing. That's how Universal Robina Corporation, URC, was born. Fast forward, his empire now includes Cebu Pacific Airlines, Robinson's Land, and JG Summit Holdings. From selling goods on a bicycle to running billion-dollar companies, Gokongwei proved that a Philippine entrepreneur can rise from nothing with guts, vision, and a whole lot of hustle. From a person selling soap to a tycoon leading multiple industries, Gokongwei showed how one can build riches through consistency. John Gokongwei Jr. is widely known as a famous entrepreneur in Philippines who built an empire from scratch. He's now known as one of the most respected owners in Southeast Asia. This article highlights successful Filipino entrepreneurs and their story of persistence, innovation, and hustle. Socorro Ramos. The woman who built National Bookstore. Starting a business is tough. Starting one during a war, that's another level. Socorro Ramos, or Nane Koring, was just 19 when she and her husband opened a small bookshop in Escolta, Manila. Then World War II hit and the Japanese banned books. No books, no business. Did she give up? Nope, she adapted. Instead of books, she sold candles, soap and school supplies, anything to keep going. When the war ended, she rebuilt National Bookstore, this time bigger. The store grew fast. By the 1970s, it was the go-to place for books, stationery and school supplies in the Philippines. Now, with 200-plus branches and over 3,000 employees, it's the largest bookstore chain in the country. Socorro didn't just sell books, she built a legacy, proving that a determined Philippine entrepreneur can turn obstacles into stepping stones. In the world of Philippine entrepreneurship, Socorro is an inspiring example of how even women owners can lead during the hardest times. Her business smarts made her a popular name in every Filipino home. Being an entrepreneur in the Philippines requires creativity, community connection, and constant reinvention. Edgar, the youngest billionaire in the Philippines. Some entrepreneurs build businesses over decades. Edgar Injap, he did it in a few years. At just 26 years old, he opened Mang Inasal, a small barbecue restaurant in Iloilo. Nothing fancy, just good food, plus one genius idea: unlimited rice. Filipinos loved it. That one simple business strategy changed everything. His fast food chain exploded across the Philippines, growing to over 450 stores. And guess who noticed? Jollibee. In 2010, Tony Tan Caktiong bought 70% of Mang Inasal for PHP 3 billion. Then the rest for PHP 5 billion. At 42 years old, Sia became the youngest billionaire entrepreneur in the country. Did he stop? Nope. He used the money to invest in real estate and banking, co-founding Double Dragon Properties and Merrimart Grocery. From a single grill to billions in investments, Sia proved that one smart business move can change everything. This young businessman didn't just open a restaurant, he sparked a national craze. His brand made him one of the richest young businessmen in the Pilipinas. Famous, successful Filipino entrepreneurs often started with almost nothing, but had big visions that changed the game. Conclusion. Each example in this article reminds us that entrepreneurship isn't reserved for the already richest or most connected. Whether you're a first-time owner or seasoned businessman, the traits of success remain the same. Success doesn't happen overnight. Every Filipino entrepreneur in this list had to fight for their spot. Some started with nothing, some failed before making it big, but all of them kept going. Every successful businessman in Philippines history had to overcome failures before making it big. That's the real secret: persistence, creativity, and knowing when to take a risk. The Philippine business scene is always evolving. New startups pop up, tech changes the game, and more people dream of building something on their own. But one thing stays the same: success is about action. You don't need millions to start. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to begin. Every Filipino entrepreneur success story proves that action beats luck every time. So, what's stopping you? Maybe your idea is the next Jollibee, or maybe you'll build a brand even bigger. The only way to find out is to take that first step. Explain each one of Business Titans and show to be inspired to the viewers.